player to drop down as well. And there is nobody on the A side itself. Isaac with a nice clean shot. They will find the first frag, but Xantares picks up the trade immediately afterwards. Eam tries to get away back into the site for a team, but it's Xantares who is just tearing everybody apart. Welcome to the Xantares peak, baby. He just doesn't give a damn. And if that's the Xantares we're in store for here in this matchup, then my god, it is going to be such an exciting game. That's the thing about this Eternal Fire team. Like, you just look at the names on their roster. Any one of them pops off and you're going to have a hella entertaining game, man. Literally all 5. We've seen Issa, Xantares, WOXİC, imoRR, and Calyx all be superstar players in the past. So, yeah, it's an exciting prospect. It's all about the balance, actually, with this team. Whether they'll be able to find that balance or not, I guess, is the big question. You know, can they make it work with 5 almost star players? I guess that's the challenge of a super team, right? And we've seen multiple variations of super teams across international Counter-Strike in the past. Most of them tend to struggle, actually. You know, you think of the French super team from G2, almost like the first super team that sort of came into the international world of Counter-Strike, I guess, if you can think of it in terms of how they stacked up the star players. Just watching this round out with a keen eye here. Era's actually got himself in a nice position with the Desert Eagle. Clean shot down to Xantares. Man advantage in play, but he should get traded out relatively easily. He knows there's a push coming through from behind him, and he's actually able to force the issue. How much more can imoRR get? imoRR, what's going on? Where's the communication? Era's going to finish him off with a headshot as well. imoRR did not realize that was still a player in the site itself, and GamerLegion, they're going to win the force buy back. I'm just rambling on about super teams while Eternal Fire shifted themselves into position, but they're not actually able to finish that round off. They did find the opening pick, but it all fell apart from there. Okay, Eternal Fire are going to be forcing back in response here. A couple Desert Eagles across the board. Let's see if they can do to the CTs what was just done to them. So just to finish up the point I was making about the French super team, you know, that was sort of unveiled in 2017. That was what... I remember Shox and Kenny S were like the headline players in that team. And then I think it was NBK and Apex, and then... I can't remember if it was Scream in the team, or Smiths, or Body. But, yeah, nice shot there from Issa. But that French super team was almost like the first iteration of super teams coming into like the world of Counter-Strike. 2017 kind of set things in motion. You think like FaZe coming in after that. And now we've like tried to, you know, find ways to actually stack up incredibly talented players and balance them out on a team. But then you see the likes of, you know, players who generally are underrated and undervalued, players like Stiko, who actually have such pivotal roles in teams where you create that balance. You allow for the players around you to thrive. Okay, so Eternal Fire, how are they going to thrive in this round? A couple Desert Eagles in play here still, a couple smokes as well, but they haven't been able to salvage the gun that they dropped earlier. There's a crossfire set up here as well. ERROR going to end up swinging out, but my god, he actually just swings into all 4 of the remaining players. Luckily for him, Zero's going to pick up 2 kills. Issa trying to come through mouth here. Isaac is going to get the jump on him though. Issa with barely any health to work with, won't be able to find anything. WOXİC going to be completing the plant in the smoke. No issue completing the plants. I wonder if he could actually find a way to try and win the round. Yeah, trying to play around the smoke, but Eam just going to end up swinging on him. GamerLegion take a couple losses in the process, but in terms of players in the team, but they're still going to get across the line in the round here. And it's going to be a couple consecutive rounds won now by the CT side. So good work by them. Eternal Fire going to have to take an eco. Yeah, Isaac juggling the mollies forward to make sure that his teammate can get one. Oh, you love to see it, man. Great teamwork. Great use of the, you know, being able to drop util. So, guys, in case you didn't know, there's a promotion being run by our fantastic partners over at Pinnacle, where if you head to tape.gg/welcome and you use the sign-up code FALL21, if you bet 10 euros, you will get 10 euros right back. Easy as that. Okay, so Issa's got the hero Galil here, and Issa's already in the grave. That's just so unfortunate, but Xantares, oh my god, charging forward with the Mac 10, somehow been able to find 2 kills, tapping with the A1S, he actually can't find Eve. Isaac on top of the hut should have a pretty easy job cleaning up, or is he going to have one? imoRR gets an AK. Unfortunately, can't adjust in time as he gets rushed down by Zero, forces the issue. Good decision making there from him. Important, he didn't have any hesitation. Okay, guys, so I mean, you heard me talking about the 3D aim trainer at the start of the stream, and if you think you can do better than the pros, which is in this case Maka, who's on our screen right now, he's in the top 0.8%. You think you can do better than him? Well, then find out and join the Beat the Pro competition. Download 3D aim tracker from the Steam store. Play the Flick competition and post a screenshot with your results on social media. You can stand a chance to win a share of 500 euros worth of Razor gear if you place in the top 3. So yeah. Big opportunity for Eternal Fire as well. Error out in the open. How is he still alive right now? My god, Issa missing a bunch of shots. The Deagle just absolutely betrays him. And now the focus is going to be shifting in towards ramp. Zero going to be the first man up. He's got support from Eam, but it's actually going to be Eam who goes down. Zero's falling off angle here with the AK, doing some huge work for his team. He even gets further damage through the smoke onto Xantares. He was almost always going to go down there. So the fact that he's able to find 2 kills and damage before he does, yeah, that's mission successful. Eternal Fire going to be making their way back through Squeaky Door. The question is whether they're going to try and go down vents or hit the say bomb site. The problem is that both are covered right now, so there's no free pathway. Does look like they're just trying to take contact in towards the say bomb site, dropping a smoke towards mouth. Isaac behind the site itself going to be the first man up. He's able to get a kill, looking for something more. He will double down. 2 double kills here for GamerLegion in the CT side. It's going to be enough for them to secure this round. And in fact, Isaac goes one step further. He picks up a 3rd, keeps himself alive, saves the AK, and GamerLegion starts to come to life on the CT side. Pinnacle betting odds, yeah, shifting, almost mirroring what they were at the start of the series, actually even a little bit further into GamerLegion's favor than what they were in Eternal Fire's favor at the start of the season. I saw yesterday WOXIC posted a tweet about, you know, the team, you know, sort of struggling and not really finding themselves. I'll quote it. He says, "We're playing bad as a team and individuals as well at some points. We will keep practicing and learn from our mistakes. I hope in the end we'll be able to find ourselves." So, you know, that shows that there could be a bit of a negative mentality creeping in your for Eternal Fire, a bit of frustration. But I just hope that that's not the case. It still feels like it's early days with this project. And you got Issa in the mix who doesn't speak Turkish, right? Like, so that's to communicate in English with him. He's learning Turkish, so he'll get there, but that's going to certainly be impeding their progress. It just feels like there's a lot of potential here. I just hope they didn't expect things to, you know, from the word go, everything to just work out perfectly. They're going to have to overcome some challenges for sure. The challenge in the round here is that they've only got a Nico to work with, but with the max round loss bonus, at least they've been able to afford a couple upgraded pistols, some armor, and util as well. And they are going to be heading their way in towards ramp, so Zero going to be tested again. He's been pretty good so far, and he's going to be perfect. Oh my god, on cue, he gets himself a triple kill. Xantares gets the trade, but the damage has already been done. Zero's locked things down in a big way here for his team. WOXIC and Xantares, the two highlight players in this Eternal Fire roster, left in a 2 versus 4. And Xantares actually does a chunk of damage through the smoke. And at this point, Eternal Fire just looking for a couple of kills. Because, you know, you look at the economy of the CT side here, it's not that much to write home about. Actually, looks like there's going to be a bomb plant. Xantares is able to keep his teammates alive. Isaac comes through the single door looking to try and deny the plant, but he ends up just walking straight into his death. So that means the 2v4 turns into a 2v3. AK picked up by WOXIC, and while he doesn't have armor, it certainly does give him a little bit more damage potential here. all of a sudden, there's actually a chance for Eternal Fire to make this round happen. Xantara is going to be the first man up. He steps out, does get a kill. He's also got information on second player's location. Oh no. Oh man, it's all falling apart. It's only the IGL Rusty left remaining with it all to do right now. And he's taking so much damage. The double peak's going to come through. Xantaras and WOXIC, the wombo combo, the heavy hitting duo, come alive for Eternal Fire in a massive way in that eco round. WOXIC doesn't even have armor. Xantaras, well, he just goes nuclear with the quad kill. And now we're going to have to see GamerLegion taking an eco. Taking a half buy. Not even, excuse me. They're just going to, yeah, just not even going to go for like a half buy here where they level up the economy. Just really saving as much cash as they can to take into that next round. Deagle in play, 5-7 as well, but outside of that, nothing to write home about. So that's a costly round for GamerLegion to lose, man. You know, they it's never a great thing having your economy reset by an eco round win. In fact, it's quite devastating. You look at Isaac, I mean, he only gets $1,900 for the next round. So he's certainly going to be a bit light on cash. Oh, Issa. Oh, Issa takes a tick to the molly. That gives Rusty the information that someone's actually crossed in towards Secret, and he's going to try and capitalize on that as well. Question is if he can catch Issa with his back turn. Does he go for the knife kill? I think he should. The USP can just be so betraying when you have these situations, but he knows that he can get nice and close, and therefore that guarantees a kill. All of a sudden, 3 versus 4 rather. Era tucked in behind the box as well. Xantares will spot him up, but he doesn't actually finish the kill. Oh no, it's falling apart here for Eternal Fire. After they won an eco in the previous, it looks like they're going to be losing one in the following. It's only WOXIC left remaining. Yes, he's got an AWP, a bomb, armor, smoke as well. Zero. Wow, he takes so much damage to the molly. And while he's got all these things in his favor, he's still got a really tough position to try and fight from right now. He hasn't wasted any time though. No hesitation, just rushes straight towards the C-bomb, like punches in the digits, but he's going to lose his life to Rusty. At least he's able to put the bomb down before that, but oh my god, I was talking about how devastating the anti-eco was for GamerLegion to lose, but Eternal Fire just give them the biggest reprieve as they drop the ball in their anti-eco. Oh, just trying, maybe just trying too many things there, spreading themselves out too thin. A couple individual, plays come through. They all get punished by the CTs. Comes a 3 versus 4. At that point, they feel forced to try and work in towards that A bomb site. Xantares, well, he does a lot of damage to area, doesn't actually finish off the kill, and that just, lets the chaos ensue. Zero and Isaac, stacked up on that A site as well. They capitalize. Enough cash for a full buy to come through Eternal Fire, largely thanks to that bomb plant. But this is a big round economically speaking for both of these teams, actually. So what's the response going to be here for Eternal Fire? Looks like it's going to be an aggressive play towards the A-bomb site. Alex leading the charge right now. Will end up losing his life to Eam. Rusty's rotated in position as well. Isaac gets out to do anything here from the hut. Completely lines it up. Finally, he will peer out. Gets a kill, as does Era. And WOXIC going to be ended up losing his life as well as Isaac just drops from above. Oh god, so the aggressive play. Eternal Fire trying to turn up the pace. They get shut down by GamerLegion. And the Pinnacle betting odds continue to move in towards GamerLegion's favor at this point, just with the success that they've shown here on the CT side. Eternal Fire with enough cash to invest into a couple upgraded pistols and some util as well. But surely this is going to be GamerLegion making it 7-2. Can't afford to lose another anti-eco. That would just be, yeah, end of the world kind of scenario. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but really, that's not a position they want to find themselves in. Okay, lots of util in towards the A side, but it's just going to be a fake. They actually end up making their way in towards ramp right now. Zero only going to be good for the 1 kill. He's generally dealt in multis, but that's not the case now. Era going to get forced back by the flashes as well. AK on the deck. Eternal Fire, they got themselves a pretty nifty position right now. It looks like it's going to go straight down the ramp in towards that B bomb side. They have taken a couple seconds longer than, sort of the opportunity had offered. because now the rotations have come through from GamerLegion. They got one player committed to the B site itself and a second player not far away either in the secret hallway. It's all on Isaac though, and he's going to go completely unchecked. Oh, it's a devastating blow here for Eternal Fire, who thought they should be able to get this themselves control of the B site, and at least they've been able to find a couple more kills in the round here. But with only Xantares being left alone with 8 points of health, you don't expect anything further to come through in the round. Should be an easy finishing off, and there we go. Iron will take him down. 3 players stay alive for GamerLegion. That means they've actually got themselves a pretty healthy economic position here on the CT side, and they go up 7-2. So Eternal Fire are going to be feeling a bit of pressure here on this T side, I reckon. I mean, listen, it is their map pick and it's early days, so there's no dramatic cause for concern. But yeah, they're definitely going to be wanting to find a few more rounds than what they got on the table right now. I'd say, you know, sort of, I think they'll be content with 5, but they would want more. You know, they want to be in that 6 to 7 region. And winning this gun round does still keep them in contention for making that happen, but losing it at that point, they're going to have to sort of be content with not as much to work with. An error, well, he finds the first, and he's able to pick up the second onto Xantares as well. Great follow-up shot there from error, and he could even find another. No, imoRR will finally put him down, but Zero's taking Calyx down towards ramp. He got aggressive all the way through into lobby. My god, he even looked like he pushed into T-spawn to get that kill, based off of where Calyx died on the minimap. Now it's all on Issa and imoRR, and Issa just gets destroyed by Eam. Oh, the Romanian Heat just ends up coming through. It's only imoRR left remaining. His position's been compromised. And it's going to be an 8th round for GamerLegion, and an incredibly convincing round at that as well. I mean, that's that could send some shockwaves through Eternal Fire, because now what do they fall back on? They've tried the aggressive A hit. They've tried to sort of just take numbers outside. Errors picked them apart on that occasion. We've seen them try and fake A and hit ramp aggressively. We've seen them just go ramp straight up with numbers. None of these variations working out. At this point, I think it's just a good option to go outside, throw the full outside water smokes, like the deep smokes, you know, the C smokes, the deep garage smoke, the container smoke, and the mouth smoke, and then actually just walk down into secret at that point. You know, keep one player in lobby just to deny information, but keep things simple, I guess is what I'm getting at. You know, use your flashes once you're in secret to clear off the angles towards the single and the double door. Because at that point, you're really just playing a percentage-based game on the T side, which I think is a good option to fall back on, you know, when things aren't really working out for you. Oh, God, that's a clean knife that Eam's got. That butterfly knife law. Cut me with the daddy. No, rather don't. But Eternal Fire, well, they're bleeding right now as it stands. And then the wall of smoke's looking to be obstructed here, but Error actually can't see anything on the cross right now. But Eam, straight through the smoke, will be able to find one. And this is what I was talking about. Just go for the wall of smokes outside and hope for the best. And actually, there's numbers already towards the upper chain lead, and they have responded so damn quickly. They're only going to be good for the 1 kill, though. Isaac, he could be in a really precarious position right now. And Xantares has been able to find a kill. Rusty, how did he fight his way out of this? Yeah, nice position there by Xantares. It's Xantares and WOXIC again in another 2 versus 4. Seem familiar? Does to me. Good patience here from Eam, though. Himself and WOXIC just on opposite angles right now. Who's got more discipline? Who's got more patience is the question. Eam doesn't have any reason to push at this point. He knows he's just making sure that they can't come back through secret to wrap in towards A. Only once pressure actually comes through towards that B bomb site and maybe a plant or something like that, or, you know, the call is there, then he needs to push. But it's looking like he wants to go now, and WOXIC, the patience will pay off for him. As I said, I'm not sure if he actually needed to force the issue, but Isaac, he forced the issue onto Xantares, and Error, oh, just for the P250 will finish it off. So even though it looked like it might get interesting for a second, Eternal Fire still get dealt a serious blow. Look at their Pinnacle betting odds now, 2.64. So, yeah, Pinnacle actually reacting quite heavily to the fact that Eternal Fire are not looking too hot here on Nuke. GamerLegion extinguishing the flames, as it were. Big gun round. I mean, this is almost the gun round for the half at this point for Eternal Fire, because if they lose this gun round, it could all just snowball out of control at that point. Remember, guys, they won the pistol round as well, by the way. They won the pistol, and they've won an eco. Those are the only 2 rounds Eternal Fire have won so far. What's going on, James? Alright, I'm not casting with DDK. Sorry. Oh, I'm not DDK. Casting with James. Mr. Bardolph, what a legend. So excited to see him at the major. Absolute beast of a caster. As is the entire talent lineup. Can we get some Some hype in chat for the major talent lineup. My god. Thorin, Richard Lewis, Sadokist, Sponge and Machine, Moses, Yanko. I'm so excited. I genuinely am, man. We need that major. We need that LAN with the crowd. It's going to be so good for Counter-Strike. And right now, what's good for Eternal Fire? Calix has found the opening pick. Issa, oh, he will come out on top of that gunfight. Will be taking Rusty down. Error's there for the trade, but at least there's a man advantage in play here for the Turkish super team. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. They should know that Eam has to be on this A side somewhere. How much work can Eam get done is the big question right now. He's been spotted out, and now they're just trying to take his attention, and he won't be getting any of the frags. Era and Zero, the two players left remaining. I guess they'll have a crack at this. When you look at the economy for the CTs, they've got a decent amount of money, but a 2v4 retake, is this even really in contention? I'm not sure if this is actually even worth it, to be honest with you. Even though they got cash, I reckon they should just call it a day. Decent amounts of weaponry, armor, kit, util, all to take into the next round, and genuinely, what are their chances of making the retake happen? At this point, maybe they can look for some kills, but yeah, looks like they're just going to be committing to taking these guns into the next round. imoRR does find a kill, and Zero's actually going to go down as well, so Eternal Fire actually not able to save any of their guns. I'm surprised that they took up the post-plant positions that they did, kind of making their way towards outside instead of actually going towards CT, which is the traditional thing to do on Nuke. Look at the numbers, guys. Look at the numbers for Eternal Fire. Xantara is the captain and IGL, the star player, it seems, as well, leading from the frontier with 16 kills. Nobody else has above 6 frags right now. So he is nearly triple anybody else on his team. Only Calix that denies that phenomenon. 9-3, Eternal Fire. I mean, they can still rescue this half and proverbially pull it from the flames if they can win this round here. Basically reset the CT economy, make it 9-6 potentially at that point. They're going to try and finish off with an aggressive push in towards the safe bomb site. He keeps Isaac alive, and Isaac, well, he ends up capitalizing on that. His second life has been capitalized on as Rusty even gets the frag as well. Oh man, it's a full defense. Eternal Fire, they just go straight back to the super aggressive A hit, but again, GamerLegion have been able to sustain it. They've been able to repel it. And they come out on top, winning a really important round. That's 10-3. And looking at the economy here, okay, it does look like it will be enough for Eternal Fire to invest coming into this next round, but that's going to be seriously hurting their chances. And now, Xantares does have more than triple anybody on his team. Okay, no, I can't do math. He's got triple Calix, but he's got at least triple anybody on his team. So, ridiculous. Needs his teammates to come alive here. Another timeout called. 3 of the 4 timeouts already used here by Eternal Fire. So they're taking their opportunities to discuss things. Trying to figure out what's going on wrong right now. As for GamerLegion, they are in a supreme position as things stand. What's the response from Eternal Fire? By the way, if they lose this money, there's no money in the bank. Lose this round, rather, there's no money in the bank. So, at that point, it's almost definitely going to be a 12-3. Issa does catch Era again. Era not aware of how much he's actually exposed himself on that angle. Otherwise, he's just going for a big gamble. And actually, a couple easy kills coming into the round here already for Eternal Fire. They've also found Eam getting aggressive in towards Hut. So, it's the ideal start to this all-important gun round for the Turkish team. Question is how do they go about converting this one? How do they get to the finishing line, even though it's in their sights? Still a bit of work to be done. It does look like outside's going to be the name of the game here. Once again, we see the wall of smokes coming through. Whether they actually use the wall of smokes to cross into secret or not is a different conversation altogether. And in fact, Isaac, he could get caught here napping. He's going to come around the corner. Free frag for him. Isaac caught reloading. Doesn't even know that there's a threat. The A bomb site is completely vacated. And if you're Zero and Rusty, you have to save these guns. Just to ensure you got that full buy to work with heading into the next round. Because Isaac's low on cash right now. They're also going to get $1,400 when they lose this round. So it's not going to be enough to sustain a full buy if they don't have any saved guns. So yeah, important that they both stay alive, but Looks like they have to try and fight to keep themselves alive, as Eternal Fire are on the prowl. Okay, well, welcome, my Turkish brothers. I see there are an ocean of you in chat, and I know incredibly passionate the Turkish region is about Counter-Strike, and obviously with the super team that is Eternal Fire, they always generate a lot of hype for all of their games. So welcome, guys, to the Pinnacle Fall series. Cool to see the support that you guys always bring to the table for Eternal Fire. Not performing at the level you would have hoped for, obviously, but still they're in this game. 10-4. 10-5 is a realistic scoreline as well. Let's see if they can make it happen. Give themselves sort of a fighting chance to head into that second half. As for GamerLegion, well, they want to compound the misery here. Make it 11-4. And Era outside. He should get caught off here by Issa, and he does. Issa, he just spotted there before the smoke bloomed, so he's able to get that kill. And actually, oh my god, he is just fearless right now. Issa finally turned up and turned on. And it is just decimation. Where has this Eternal Fire been the entire half? Issa with 3 kills in the round. He says he's had enough. He just charges through aggressively outside, pushes the smoke, finds the first. I mean, that was an audacious push through the smoke initially, but he doesn't slow down from there. Just tears heads off. Great round from Issa. 10-5. Eternal Fire win 3 of the last 4 rounds of the half, just making sure that they're in a sound position. I said 5 was the bare minimum, and they do end up picking up 5, so does mean that the pistol round is still, absolutely vital. Not be all or end all, but it's really important here for the CT side. Got a flash, a smoke, Julies, and Julie's in play. And imoRR's got the Julies on top of the hut right now, so looks like he's even going to have a chance to try and put these to use. Seems these GamerLegion are going to be trying to burst away in towards the safe bomb side. imoRRR has a smoke to extinguish the fire. Make sure he can keep that position focused over towards the squeaky door, but he's only going to be good for 1 kill. Zero and Eam, they find the frags. Rusty with the P2K is able to get in on the action as well. Oh, it's only Calyx left remaining. This pistol round has not accomplished anything, and he will be taken down as well. GamerLegion with an incredibly well-coordinated A-hit just burst their way forward. imoRRR watching towards squeaky door with the Julies couldn't have the impact that he so desperately desired. And the pistol round going the way of the T side is a big blow here to Eternal Fire. It looks like they're just going to be going for an eco in response. No. The decision to come through for the full force is actually what they opt for in the end. Mac 10s across the board and an AK for 0. GamerLegion got a big opportunity here. Win this round, it's going to be almost a guaranteed 13-5 scoreline based on the fact that it'll be an anti-eco in the next. Pretty much just against USPs. Nice deep wall of smokes coming through here from GamerLegion, making sure that there's no chance for the CTs to try and employ a bit of shenanigans. But they're just going to be working their way in towards ramp right now, where there actually aren't any CT players. They are rotating in, but they're playing very passively, and WOXIC just watching from a distance with the scout. And unfortunately, he's going to get timinged as well. Does look like Eternal Fire have made a pretty good read here. They've actually shifted numbers down in towards the B-bomb side. In fact, got 4 of their 5 players here right now in towards Secret. It does look like GamerLegion want to consider heading here. They're tentative right now, man. They're incredibly tentative. And it's not like they've got much information to go off of either. It's just almost like the spidey senses. Rusty's like, nah, something's going on. I don't like this. And they're going to be walking their way back through lobby in towards that A-bomb site where there's not a single soul for the Turkish team. Although, actually, as I say that, they are going back up the vent. So Eternal Fire continues to make great reads. WOXIC, his patience finally pays off as he lands a tag onto Rusty. This could make things a little bit awkward or interesting in the round as players start to streamline forward right now. Pistols up close, doing a lot of damage. Oh man, it's 3v3, but these players are low right now. Zero trying to be the hero for his team. Will get the numerical advantage back in his team's favor until WOXIC does catch Rusty all the way back from CT spawn. A 2v2 ensues and imoRRR, he's going to get catch 0 off guard. It's only ERA left remaining with the Mac 10. He knows imoRRR's coming through from hut, but he's only got a Mac 10 up against the AK. He's never going to win that one out. Eternal Fire, they win the force by. No, man. What a way for them to fight back after losing the pistol round. Doing to GamerLegion what was actually done to them in the first half, by the way. I mean, we saw the Turkish team winning the pistol round on their T side, and then went on to lose the second round to a force spy, and now they've been able to do the exact same thing. So I guess lightning does strike in the same place twice. Okay, so it's going to be the full eco in response here. There's a hero AK in play on Error, but he's already been brought down to 68. Chunk of damage done to him. And what do GameLegion even do from here? I mean, it's not even like they got that many Desert Eagles, just one in play. So, you know, trying to find fights outside, it's going to be tough. Everyone's looking at Error right now saying, all right, bro, how are you going to make this one work for us? How are you going to create the space? Where are you going to find the frags? You got about 35 seconds, 40 seconds to try and make something happen before they have to make any commitments. And Xantares, it looks like he's just waiting for a timing here right now. Waiting for some sort of information queue. He has got WOXIC spotting the cross, so he knows that he can't get sort of circumvented or pushed. Take their time in the round. Finally, Xantares will step out. He gets a healthy amount of information as well. Bomb's been dropped outside. Any kills here for GamerLegion would certainly be welcome, though. On the flip side of Eternal Fire's coin, well, they want to make sure that they keep as many players alive as they possibly can. You can see they don't have any extra money in the bank right now as it stands. And they will end up cleaning up nice and easy. Only Isaac left remaining with the block in hand, and Isa will be able to clean up 11-7 as Eternal Fire starts to fight back here on their CT side. There's going to be a gun round that comes through for GameLegion. Of course, Error going to be getting the short end of the stick because he went for the hero AK in the previous. If you guys are watching and you think you can beat the pros, well then show us and join the Beat the Pro competition. Download the 3D aim from the Steam store, which is free, and play the Flick competition and post a screenshot of your results with the hashtag 3D aim trainer plus your nickname, and you will win a share of 500 euros worth of raising gear. If you face in the top 3-0, he gets himself aggressively into the smoke right now, waiting for the flash to come through. Xantares is actually able to avoid them. Now he's gotten behind the T players pushing in towards the bomb site. It's fallen apart here for GamerLegion. They haven't been able to have that initial success, and you always need to find that first kill if you're going to be making this aggressive A-hit work. Error, though, does catch imoRR napping, and he also heard Xantares drop down to the vent. Isa, if he falls, that could be problematic, but no, he's up to the task. And that frag right there just restores the big advantage in the round here for Eternal Fire. Rusty is going to be going, working his way outside right now. Guess there's some time to work with. It does look like WOXIC is sort of switching between heaven and outside right now. Oh my god, I can't believe the timing. Okay, thank god for that. WOXIC does actually end up just creeping forward ever so slightly, and he spots Rusty out. Easy kill in the end. GamerLegion, they try and show Eternal Fire how the aggressive A-hit is done, but they end up receiving the same treatment that they gave to Eternal Fire when they were on the CT side. So great work coming through from the Turkish team to repel that aggressive A-hits, and now they're starting to look a whole lot better. Look at Xantares. He just has not slowed down for anybody or anything. Come on, Xantares. This is ridiculous. 24 kills. 24 kills in 19 rounds. The highest outside of him was team is 13 on Isa, then 10 for imoRR. Only 8 kills for WOXIC and 7 for Calyx. On the flip side for GamerLegion, it's a bit more of an even kill distribution, all between 17 and 10 frags, but nobody really popping off. I guess Zero's having a good game. Is going to be the full eco here, though, for GamerLegion, which means almost a guaranteed 11-9 scoreline, right? Surely. I mean, just Desert Eagles here. No util, no armor, and WOXIC will be finding the opening pick. He's going to have to be a big factor here on the CT side as he does start to come to life here. One of his favorite guns, the Scout. Always such a fantastic player to watch with the scout in his hand. I mean, it just seems like he's not impeded by movement like everybody else is. He's still just ridiculously accurate. WOXIC's even going to be able to find himself a third in the round, just rotating himself accordingly. And Zero, well, he's got a good idea that imoRR could be on top of the hut, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't clear out the correct angle first. So there we go. There we go. 11-9. Look at the Pinnacle betting odds shifting back to actually almost exactly what they were at the start of the series. In fact, a little bit more in Eternal's Fire's favor than what they were. So this is all just coming off of the success that they've been showing on the CT side so far. Winning a couple consecutive rounds here, put some pressure onto GamerLegion. Let's see what GamerLegion's response is going to be now on this T side. What do they fall back on? What do they fall back on from here to try and get themselves back to 20 ways? Is a big question. Oh, there's a slight gap. The slightest of gaps, and Xantares will punish that gap. Although he does also end up getting traded, but WOXIC towards ramp. He continues to be an ever-present force here on the CT side. He will get aggressive and find a frag, making sure the numerical advantage is in play for his team. But Eam actually been able to get himself in a nice position here. Working outside, there's nobody to clear this. And in fact, I'm pretty sure Eternal Fire think he's gone down in towards Secret. But Issa is completely aware that he could be wrapping in towards Heaven. There is an opportunity for him to get the backstab on the ramp player, however, but Eam's not going to be interested in that. He is making his way up Heaven right now, and it is going to be an execute in towards the bomb site. Question is, how long does Issa wait here before his focus gets shifted in towards Hut? Eam will be coming through, and Issa ready, willing, waiting, and able, and he will get that kill. imoRR should finish off the frag, and he does. Oh, there we go. Eternal Fire just looking phenomenal here on the defense. All of a sudden, they've reduced the deficit to just one round, and they should be leveling up the scoreline here based off the fact that there's no money in the bank for the T side. What a great way for them to come alive. It was looking pretty dire at one stage on the CT side. If I remember correctly, I think they were down like 10-2. 9-1, 10-2 around there. So the fact they've been able to fight back in this fashion is really impressive. GamerLegion here on their full eco is going to try and burst in towards the A-bomb side. They got a bit of extra cash, they got a bit of extra util, and they've also got the Tech 9 in play. Isaac just tapping away. Oh my god, he's even going to be able to pick up the AK. He's going to find the ace. No, Calyx stops him in his tracks, but it's still not going to be in vain because Rusty finishes it off, and GamerLegion just come to life in a massive way on their eco round, bursting in towards that A-bomb side. Isaac just goes absolutely nuclear. What a sick sequence from him with the Tech 9. Finding 3, picking up the AK, finding the 4th as well. We need a Pinnacle replay of that. Giving me Olaf Meister vibes, the way that he just tore this team to shreds with this Tech 9, man. Oh my god. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. So that's shaken things up a bit here, because that was supposed to be the easy round for Eternal Fire to level things back out at 11-11. But now they've been dealt in sort of an unexpected blow, I would say. Their money's been brought back down to earth. 12-10, lose this round, Eternal Fire. I mean, they get, what, 1,900 going into the next? I guess it's going to be enough to substantiate a buy, considering Issa and Calyx's economic situation. But it's still 13-10 and lose another round. Then you got no money, 14-10 becomes 15-10. So this can snowball out of control very quickly for Eternal Fire, in fact. Losing that anti-eco round, it's going to cost them. And in fact, Eternal Fire have lost 2 anti-eco rounds here on Nuke alone. And that's certainly hampered their chances. Wall of smoke's going to be coming through outside. GamerLegion making their way forward with numbers, but WOXIC has positioned himself in towards Secret with the AWP. Oh no, he misses the shot there onto the player who peeks out. There goes his opportunity squandered. And it does look like GamerLegion are going to continue to make their way through Secret. They'll know that WOXIC has to be there somewhere. So I'm actually quite interested to see as to whether they're going to be committing to Secret or not. They will know they have to use some util to force them off the angle, surely, right? There's going to be maybe the boost up here to try and spot around the wall. Going to be the low-high boost coming through. Rusty going to be the man to step out. WOXIC, oh, he's quick enough, absolutely. Wouldn't expect anything less. He will get forced back, but he's baited him more into the angle. He comes good with the kill on team. Now he repositions himself and he catches Isaac off guard as well. Oh my god, the crossfire is phenomenal here for Eternal Fire. I'm a bit suspect coming through from GamerLegion's point of view, to be honest with you guys. I mean, Zero with 1 health, he's got a dream, and he will end up being taken down. But you know that the AWP is towards the secret stairs, right? I guess the obvious thing at that point is for WOXIC to fall back and hold a more passive angle. Maybe there's a world in which he rotates all the way back to try and play somewhere else on the map. He does tend to do that, but even the fact that they don't even flash, try and flash him off the angle, they go for the dry peek. Like, even that's a bit disrespectful. Like, WOXIC's got such sick reflexes. And GamerLegion probably should have tried a bit more in that round, instead of just going for the basic secret push, considering the position that they had to work with. It forced them back. They had some positional control towards outside, but that's behind them now. And there's no money in the bank for GamerLegion here, by the way. So this is a really big round for them. There's a huge gap in the smoke here as well. Xantara is on the opposite side. There's yeah, cross that at your peril. And in fact, Rusty, well, has to use an extra smoke. Will still be able to get across. Oh man, Error. He should see the trajectory of that smoke grenade once it does get thrown by the player from ramp. And there we go, the molly. Yeah, that gives him the information. However, Calyx has fallen back immediately afterwards, or at least changed positions. So good awareness there from Calyx. He's actually got support here from Issa as well. Perfectly timed. X going to be coming through. Isaac leads the charge, but he just leads and charges straight in towards his death. WOXIC will find Eam as well. Oh my god, GamerLegion just being picked limb from limb right now. Now they have to try force the issue in towards ramp, and force the issue they will. Error and Zero finding 2 kills between them brings it back from a 2 versus 5 into a 2 versus 3, and Error, man, nearly found the timing onto Xantara. He's just going to tuck himself in towards T-spawn. A really nice position taken up here by Xantara. Is just making sure there's no world in which they're able to come back. But Zero's actually crept all the way through hell, back and outside. He's going to be wrapping in towards mouth. Xantara is missing a big shot there, but Error's in a really tough position right now. With only 20 seconds left on the clock, he almost has to take this fight with Xantara. Zero desperately trying to get in towards the A-bomb site here. Error finally going to realize that he's probably going to have to go in through heaven, but the problem is he's lost his teammate. And now there's no world for him that he can win this round. He's actually just going to commit to saving the AWP. And that's going to be leaving him disjointed from the rest of the team's economy. Big round from Eternal Fire. Level up the scoreline 12-12. So even though they lose an anti-eco in the previous, they don't let that shatter their mental state. And they bring it straight back, level the score out 12-12. And now, we actually get ourselves in a position where Eternal Fire are finally in command of this game. Not only because they're ahead, or they've leveled up the scoreline on their CT side. Just look at the economic situation here for both of these teams. No money in the bank for GamerLegion. You got Error with the AWP save from the previous round, but nothing to speak of outside of that. And that's for Eternal Fire. Well, they got more than enough cash across the board to invest into a round if they lose one. So they're sitting a little bit more comfortably right now than GamerLegion are. WOXIC continuing to aggress here, as is his nature. Does miss a chance to find an opening pick. Got support here as well. Eternal Fire don't have to force the issue like this, considering it is an anti-eco, but they don't give a damn right now. WOXIC going to continue to take the bait, but actually, Calyx takes a while to find that first kill. Thankfully, WOXIC drops a molly, which means that the remaining players for GamerLegion can't really do anything about the fact that Calyx is low. 4 versus 5 ensues with only 44 seconds left on the clock. Options start to dwindle here for the T side. And it does look like they're just going to try and get the job done towards the A-bomb side. I'm not joking. If I'm Error at this point, I'm probably just going back towards T-spawn to save the AWP again. Letting my teammates try and enter in towards the A-bomb side, and if they don't find the entries off the bat, then I think he should just be calling it a day. In fact, it's not going to be the case. And now, look at his money heading into this next round, guys. He's going to be having to settle for a Galil. That's why I say it might not have been the worst decision in the world to actually go just save the AWP again. I reckon James does. I reckon James saves the AWP in that position. But he's, you know, he gets memed a lot for it, and I guess it's just become a bit of a meme in general. But I think he's actually kind of revolutionized the way a lot of AWPers actually see their value on the T side and realize that there actually are alternatives to having to just, you know, barrel head first into a site. Instead of saving, it's like, oh, I'm not going to get any round loss bonus if I save here. But sometimes it's actually still more valuable to, you know, bite that bullet and take the gun into the next round. Anyway, this is the round in which GamerLegion needs to come to life. Lose this round, it's 14-12, no money in the bank, should become 15-12, and they've only been able to win 2 rounds on this T side so far. One was the pistol, and the second was an eco round win, guys. My god, do you know, this is almost an exact replica of what we had in the first half, except with the roles reversed. Eternal Fire won the pistol round on their T side, went on to lose the next 4 rounds, won an eco round, and then went on to lose another bunch of rounds all the way to 10-2. So it is almost identical. I mean, that's insane. Both of the teams for their first 2 rounds on the T side won the pistol and then an eco. Neither of them won any of their gun rounds for the first sort of 7 or 8 rounds in the half, maybe even more. He's going to get aggressive, and he's going to find the opening pick onto 0 as well. Just absolute disdain, doesn't give a damn. Great way for Eternal Fire to start off this all-important gun round. What do GamerLegion do from this position to try and pick up the pieces in the round? It's actually going to be a flashbang outside. That's for Xantares to try and peek out a secret in towards outside. And he sees there's nobody there with the outside smoke, so he knows that this has to be some sort of a fake. He could even catch imoRR as well. Free frag. Now, GamerLegion have to force the issue in towards the safe bomb site, but they're just running into the brick wall. That is imoRR. He finds himself a great double kill to shut things down. And it's only Isaac left. He's been found out as well. Eternal Fire didn't even drop a single player here on their CT side. What a sick defense coming through from them. Xantares is up to 28 kills, but the rest of his team have come to life in a big way here. And look at the Pinnacle betting odds. My oh my, how they have shifted. 1.37 for Eternal Fire, who actually became the underdogs at one stage, obviously, once they were down 10-2. I think the odds were like 1.45 in GamerLegion's favor at one stage. So they have been on an absolute roller coaster ride throughout this map so far. Going to be another timeout by GamerLegion, but because they didn't find that bomb plant in the previous, they don't have enough to buy here. They could go for the force if they wanted, and it looks like that's what they're going to opt for. I'm actually quite surprised that, you know, as many teams force up in these sorts of situations as they do. Personally, I prefer the notion of like going for the save in this scenario and then playing for overtime, winning 3 consecutive rounds, because now you have to try and get the job done with a mix buy, and if you lose this, it's another mix buy in the next. You're not even guaranteed another full buy at that point. But there's obviously, you know, a couple different schools of thought you can try and employ in this sort of scenario. Okay, GamerLegion, what you got here in this massive round right here, right now. You've invested everything you got, and it looks like they're just going to be going for the all-in. They're doubling down. They're at the poker table. They've looked at their cards that were face down on the table one more time, and they've pushed all their chips into the middle of that table, committing everything they got. And they're just hoping they got a better hand than Eternal Fire right now, but in the past couple, that has not proven to be the case, and we're going to see another XQ coming in towards the safe bomb site. Easter drops a well-timed smoke. Looks like they'll be charging straight through it. He's gone undetected on top of the rafters, be able to find the first kill. Anything further? Yeah, second as well. Even imoRR's been able to find 2. Round over. It's only going to be ERROR to try and find a kill, but imoRR and Issa have been immense on this A bomb site so far. Between the two of them, they just had it under lock and chain. And my god, just look at that round summary at the top of your screens right now. 2 streaks of 5 consecutive round wins here, round win streaks, should I say, rather, for Eternal Fire. Sees them just absolutely dominating the second half and getting themselves, as a reward, 3 map points. 3 map points, and guys, remember how massive this game is for both of these teams. The winner gets the last spot in the main event next weekend. The loser is eliminated altogether. And in this do-or-die round, GamerLegion have at least been able to find the 2 opening picks. One trade comes through, but the man advantage persists here for the majority Swedish squad. What do they do from here is the big question. Xantares gets spotted. Great shot there from EFSANE. Phenomenal reaction shot there. GamerLegion, finally, this is their first gun round they're going to be winning, guys. Assuming they do get across the line here. This is going to be the first gun round we see GamerLegion winning on their T side. They won the pistol round, and they won a Nico round. A bomb site completely open. GamerLegion just going to keep things very simple at this point. Rust has even caught Issa with his back turned. It's as easy as it can be at this point. And Rusty could even finish it off. No, imoRR will take him down, but just a consolation frag at this point. imoRR doesn't have any health. Is he going to find the timing onto EFSANE? Oh, this could be some trouble for EFSANE. Actually, will end up taking him down. Surely there's no world in which imoRR is able to win this round, right? Like, this just has to be absolutely impossible. I mean, this was a 1 versus 5. Been brought down to 19 points of health. Well, not a 1 versus 5, 1v4. What am I saying? But still, back into the 1v2. It's actually just trying to play the timing game here, waiting. Eam is holding the angle, and yeah, should just able to step into him and get the frag, and that's exactly going to be the case. GamerLegion love to see another day here on Nuke. Look at the cash though. There's so much money in the bank for Eternal Fire. They're comfortably going to be able to afford the full buy coming into this next round. And even the round, a full buy in the next, even if they lose here. And in fact, they're going to be using their last remaining timeouts as well, just to discuss the situation, talk about the way that things stand and how they want to set up their defense. You know, GamerLegion have shown a tendency to be aggressive in these past few rounds, as was the case in the previous sort of era, getting aggressive towards ramp, making plays in towards huts as well. Not afraid to try and get into the faces of Eternal Fire. So maybe they're just talking about how they want to prepare for that aggression in the early stages of the round. Okay, 2 more rounds need to be won here by GamerLegion to take this into overtime to stand a chance of closing out Eternal Fire's map pick. Otherwise, we are going to be heading to the next map of the series here, which is Mirage, with Eternal Fire ahead 1-0. And it kind of feels like they need that as well based on their recent results on the map, even though they've shown some good form. Hasn't been great right now. GamerLegion, where do they go? It's going to be Eam who drops down into the vents and a couple other players following suit. Xantares does still find the first frag of the round. Calyx also shuts down one coming through single door, and he finds a significant amount of damage onto Zero as well. And WOXİC catching them with guard coming through from Secret. Oh, he misses an imperative shot there. EFSANE. He should be in the grave. Now he's going to get double peeked, and he will end up losing his life without finding any of the frags. Isaac at least does take WOXÍC down. He knows that imoRR is there as well, but work to be done. The digits have been punched in. The C4 is activated right now. How do Eternal Fire go about making the retake happen? Zero, that nade, okay, actually, with the door closed, won't be affecting him, but, oh, it doesn't matter. imoRR gonna finish off the round with a great double kill. Eternal Fire complete the comeback. They were down 10-2 at one stage. They only lose a further 3 rounds while they go on to win 14 of their own. A dominant performance on their CT side sees them take a 1-0 lead here on Nuke. We're gonna be taking a short break. When we return, it's gonna be Mirage, GamerLegion's pick, and they have to fight back to stand a chance to get into that main event. Otherwise, it's going to be Eternal Fire stamping their ticket. Find out how we're going to be going after a short breather.
We all have them. We all hate them. Unnecessary defeats. I'm talking about the defeats where you know you're better. You know you're winning. Until I should have been more focused. No.